Do keep up, slave. We don't have all day. These are the slave quarters. This is where you'll be staying until further notice. I can imagine this is a major upgrade from where you were originally staying. That is because these quarters in particular are reserved specifically for those slaves serving directly under a Sith Lord and their guests. So naturally, these accommodations had to be suitable for serving us. Not that I come here regularly. But the other Sith Lords certainly seem to take advantage of it. But do not think that just because you are staying here, that you will be following orders from anyone else. You are to serve no other but myself and my apprentice. Should any other Sith come here and request your services, you are to tell them that you are the property of Lord Ira, and you cannot comply with the request. Fail to do this, and you will be punished severely. Now, it should come as no surprise to you what I'm about to say next, but I feel it needs to be reiterated, so you fully grasp the importance of what I'm about to tell you. You are to be available to me at all times. It doesn't matter if you are preoccupied, whether you are sleeping, eating, doing chores. When I call for you, you come immediately. If I call for you when you are tending to my apprentice, you will drop everything that you are doing and come to my side. Should I summon you to come to my quarters at 4 a.m, you will awaken immediately and come to my chambers. And I shouldn't have to tell you the fate that will come to you should you disobey my commands. And I suspect that there will be a fair amount of late-night meetings in the future. Oh, do take that surprised look off your face. Not for that, fool. I would never fornicate with the likes of you, so you need not worry about that. I don't sleep often, and at night is when I tend to do my best thinking. And we will have a lot to discuss in these coming days, considering our agreement. Now, it is not safe to speak further of these matters here. I will allow you some time to replenish. Food and water will be provided for you. The bathing rooms are just down there, and there will be fresh clothes provided for you in your footlocker. When you are done, I will have one of the girls show you where my chambers are. Do not take long. I despise being kept waiting. And I should hope you wouldn't want to feel my wrath on the first day in my service.
I'm to take you to Lord Ira's chambers. She expects you promptly. Please, follow me. My apologies, but I can't answer any of your questions. I'm not allowed to small talk while I'm on duty. We have arrived. I will take my leave.
Enter. Of course I knew it was you. Are you forgetting that I can sense you through the Force? As well as the slave girl who... well, she remembered her place and learned not to speak out of turn. I'll have to remember that. Despite what the Jedi might teach of the Sith, I'm not so heartless as to let such good behavior go unrewarded. But I'm getting off topic, aren't I? I did summon you here for a reason, after all. Come, take a seat across from me. You're worried, aren't you? I can feel the fear radiating from you. I can't say I'm not pleased. Fear does enforce discipline, after all. However, it is that very thing that I wanted to talk to you about. Your emotions give you way. And yes, within the Sith it is encouraged to use your emotions. Channel them to enhance your power. But yours aren't being used so productively. In fact, they are far too easy to read. Even for those without the Force, it is easy to see on your face. And while this is your assignment to prove your worth to me, I still intend to train you and guide you like a master should. Leave you completely to your own devices in the state that you are, and you'll end up dead. That would be unfortunate. I would rather avoid such potential being wasted. The first thing I must teach you is how to protect your mind. With having no previous training in the ways of the Force, and my apprentice having the great advantage of being trained from childhood, you are susceptible to him manipulating your actions, your very thoughts even. He will also be able to read you, and we can't have you giving away the plan before it has even begun to take place. Now can we? No. So, your training must begin immediately. My apprentice is currently off planet, completing a task for me, so you have time before you will ever encounter him. These lessons will be done in absolute secrecy. You will speak of it to no one. No lord, no slave, not even a lowly Gizka. Do I make myself clear? Good. You cannot trust anyone fully within these halls. And if you are foolish enough to ignore my warning, I will not even have to inflict the punishment myself. My apprentice will surely take it upon himself to slay the one who intends to kill him for his title. We will begin at first light. You will meet me outside my chambers. Until then, I suggest you use your time wisely between now and then. You need to be in your best condition in order to survive my training. Because believe me when I say I am not a lenient master. I will work you until you bleed, until you blister and burn, until you are in tears because you cannot stand the pain. If you cannot survive that, you have no chance in defeating my apprentice. And then what use will you be? You remember my terms, yes? You did agree to them, after all. There is no turning back. Not now. You succeed or you die. The Sith have no use for the weak. You are dismissed. Rest well, my new apprentice. You'll need it.